Hello, and welcome back. Just time that we continue our journey here in Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Let's see, last we left off was a while ago, like a couple weeks ago. I know we went back to Norvrant for something. Oh, I think we were going to go talk to, or at least attempt to converse with Elidibus? I think it was. Was it? Was it Elidibus? The Asian who was mucking about in Norvrant, who was also, like, I think, a piece, or, like, the consciousness, or created by Zodiark, or whatever, as an extension of itself or something. He was essentially to Zodiark what Nymphilia was to Hydaelyn, is, I believe, how it was. And, we kind of, like, stuck his soul into a crystal on the top of the crystal tower, so, we'll see if we can go and converse with him to figure out what we can do to stop the end of days. So let's get into it, shall we? So we need to speak with the Crystarium Gatekeep here. Ah, Mistress Vassan, welcome back. The captain has told me all. Give the word and I will show you to the ocular. Yes. Here we are. Ah yes, remembrances of days past. My friends are all stuck here. Dying. Man. Dude, this scene looks really good.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business.
Like the lighting, the textures are maybe a little dated, but
Reinitializing Silco's tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity.
yeah, it was Elidibus, okay.
Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream. You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiark. You must explain all.
Well, there's a lot of explaining to do, I should think.
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the Convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
Nice. Thank you.
I do this not for you. I merely perform my duty, as I have ever done.
Uh-huh.
Where to begin? The end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation, so consumed by self-loathing and hate.
Yeah. He was a wild one.
Elpis. Yes. The name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place. A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world.
Huh.
Many worked there. And before joining the Convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes. That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived.
Huh?
Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis.
Huh?
No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility. And a truth that fills my heart. My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief.
Huh. How?
In
Wait,
glimpsing
huh?
the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower.
What?
Which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy. As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned.
Huh.
In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even
Probably
should
for the
you
best.
manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change.
Oh?
For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
The only thing I can do is gain knowledge.
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic.
And second? Where'd you go?
The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the Ocula.
Okay. I assume that's where the gateway will
All
open.
appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act?
And how will I get back then?
Lord Zodiark is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go and do not look back. Well, Hydaelyn, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
All right then. Into the past we go. Blinded. Oh. Ghostly. Big people. And he's got his hood down. That's the first time we've seen one with their hood down. They've all got their hoods down. Guide-like man? And how do we know that, huh? Aetheryte-like device. The device is reminiscent of an aetheryte. Perhaps it is possible to attune with it. Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you fail to attune with the device. You can only assume it operates differently. What's this? Incorporeal, transcending the boundary between existence and nihility. The man stands dutifully by the aetheryte-like device, a guide for this facility, in all likelihood. You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elidibus warned, it appears your form is intangible. This is the right place, yes? Propylion? Judging by the woman's words, this facility is called Propylion. I would have assumed that the person she's talking to is called Propylion, but okay. You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, but feel nothing, as it seems neither does she. One more person to observe. The remarkably large man wears a black robe and a half-mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lamentorum and the recreated Amaurit. It would seem you have made it to your destination. You gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. All to be expected. You suspect this door leads outside, but how to open it? Grr.
And here we are, Elpis. Well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor?
Yeah, that voice sounded familiar.
Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
Familiar stranger. Fandaniel.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Familiar
Who
voice.
you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Well, hello there. Nani?
Satisfied?
Man with a familiar voice. Come on.
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
Huh? No, what? Huh? No, no. You see nothing?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd.
Hi.
It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's. Do you suppose she created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's her spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words. Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded?
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
Close.
You may open your eyes.
Wow. I'm big. Not as tall as them, but
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings! I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
Hythlodaeus, huh?
Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14.
Yep.
And how might we address you, my new friend?
Azem's fine.
A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words.
Yes.
So, tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
Well, it's classified.
You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
Want to learn about Elpis?
Well now, the same as us.
Although, since this guy's name is not Hermes, then it's definitely not Fandaniel. Wait, since it said familiar stranger, is this the same Amaritite or Amaritine or whatever word they use for person from Amarit that we've been seeing here and there?
Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If she truly wished to be here, then she would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend.
Yeah, yeah.
And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work.
Yes.
We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree? Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here.
Emmett Selk.
Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge, Elpis.
That's big. The world unsundered, Elpis. So that means this is going to be like a place with ether currents that I have to attune to. Huh? Nothing. Nope. Axolotls! Look at them! They're adorable!
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
Hello, Hermes.
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
I don't know, what secrets are you hiding, huh? Emmett Selk. Well, he's probably not hiding very many secrets right now. Because this is, I believe, before, you know, considering it says the Unsundered, I assume this is before the final days. Yeah, it's got its own map with its own aetherites and its own ether currents. Northwest figure. Yeah. Hang on, hang on. Can I now attune to this one? Nope. Interesting. Not an actual aetherite. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. Indeed. Level 87, my goodness. Heath Lodeus is looking you up and down. Now then, our friend Hermes, aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let us seek him out there first. Attired as you are, however, you stand out a little too much. Our dear Emmett Selk wishes to keep a low profile for his errand, so... Do you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. No? In that case, Emmett Selk? No. Your whim, your responsibility. You're getting not another thimble of ether out of me. The way he scrimps sometimes, you'd think he wasn't a nigh bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe, but perhaps you can assist? Come, let us search for the requisite material. It's a search indeed. You know? Yes, these creatures should suffice. An etheric rope. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 Petalodi? There are 3 species here, I believe. Any 2 different kinds should serve. Now, I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its user. As your ether is still thin compared to ours, you'll need to weaken the Petalodi first. Good luck. Well then. Yeah. I can weaken it, no problem. There's one. Let's go grab this purple. Bro, leave me alone. And rope. Woo. Petalodius. You've caught the Petalodi? Come, let us see. 2 different Petalodi. Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely. And now for a spot of reversion. There, it's ready. It's nothing fancy, but then we're trying not to stand out. Try it on for size. Would someone be angry with us for using those creatures? Oh, it's fine. There's no one around to tell us off, and besides, we can always make more Petalodi. They need only a tiny amount of ether. It may take some effort to get the form and composition right, but anyone familiar with the concept should be able to manage. Well and good to disguise and educate it, But it won't fool anyone who can see with a... Fair point. But at the very least, it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. Emmett Selk speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No. Best to simply say that you're a familiar. The question is whose? Of course. Azem's. If you say you belong to her, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. Exploiting our associate's absence? For lack of her presence, absolutely. Were she here, she'd have been the first to propose the idea, and you know it. With that, your story is settled. Let us continue with our errand. And there we have a full set. A Sophists Upadima. Oh. No gloves, but there is robe. Is there mask as well? No. Okay. I assume I need to equip these. Ah, because the mask is just sitting there on my chest. Gotcha. Look at me! Looking lovely. In search of Hermes. If you're ready, let us continue along the path to Anagnorisis. Anagnorisis. The place serves as an observation hub and residence both. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. Ba, ba, ba. Indeed. Toggle! Away we go. So I'm thinking maybe we should actually equip this, but cast glamour. Cast glamour. I think we should probably just glamour our armor to match. That way we still keep the stats and all that, in case we get into a fight. There we go. We can always re-glamour with our glamour plate later. Besides, the outfit looks nice. Yes, can I help you? We wish to speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know where we might find him? Well now, by your mask I assume you are one of the 14. I wasn't aware there was to be a visitation. Between you and us, it's something of a surprise. Your discretion in the matter would be appreciated. I see. My lips are sealed. The chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I expect you will find him at one of the pools here. The pools, you say? Many thanks, and apologies for disrupting your work. I say, Hyplodes, while I've never met Hermes, you know him well, do you not? That being the case, couldn't you simply find him by his ether? Aye, that I could. As you know, Emet-Selch and I can discern the color of souls. By the same token, we can also see ether quite keenly, and from great distances. With this skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I felt it would be a waste of an opportunity. We're here to perform an assessment, after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Elpis and the man in charge of it. This is as much for your own enjoyment, like as not. But point taken. If you're going to accompany us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short, dark hair. So you know, it's because we're in Elpis that we don't have our cowls up. A special exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you possess any. It's a rare treat indeed to be able to search someone by their appearance, and I thank you for humoring me. Come, let's find our man. Oh boy. While we're here, we might as well head on over to this ether right here. Seems attunable. What? There. Why would it? It's so weird. Also, 132 to the north. Is that so? The north, you say? Must be on the other side of this building. Glorious. Ha! There it is. Yes. Currents. There we are in Elpis. One out of many. this bit of map. Yeah. There you are, Hermes. Destined to become Fandaniel. Hey, Hermes.
Ah, you are...
Hi.
Oh. Different. You're different too. You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be...
Uh-huh.
Wait. Please. Wait.
Now, calm yourself.
Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts.
Uh-huh.
May we please be friends?
I mean, I won't be here for that long, but...
May we please be friends?
Ah, I see you found him.
Yeah. Oh, and I just realized, so... You know how when we were heading here and I was like, but how am I gonna get back? And I remembered, oh yeah, when I'm properly transported to another star or whatever, I'm still able to just like teleport back to another Aetheryte that I've been to. So yeah, now that we're attuned here, we can freely go back and forth whenever we want between the present and the past. Wild.
Hythlodaeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
You are of the Convocation.
Emmet Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to...
But also, Emmet Selk in the past apparently had the hairstyle of Xemnas.
Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
Uh-huh.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
Uh-huh.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured, that I will attend in person ere long.
Sure.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work.
An authority, huh?
I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters. By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
The Namastoma is missing.
An axolotl is missing. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to search for it, aren't I?
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
You're saying they can climb, with their sorry excuses for limbs?
Leave him alone, Emmett Silk!
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish. The Ambistomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however... Excuse me.
I'll help, too!
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
Keep an eye on them until he gets back.
May I suggest we split up?
Why?
If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
I should think that he wouldn't need the help of one such as I. Considering he has powerful creation magics at his disposal and a ton of ether. Whereas my ether is rather thin. Ulamithes notus. Oh, by the way, where's the next closest? 336 to the east. Interesting. Hold on a moment. Is it going to be up there, or is it down here? Still 166. Yeah, I think it's going to be up there. Sprint. The morning dew. There it is. Manantros. Man, look at this place. So pretty. And that, like, solar rays. Little circles. Looks good. Just imagine once 7.0 comes out. Hermes? Seems Hermes and Meteion have found their quarry, a creature known in this age as an ambystoma. Yet, though it has been safely extricated from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite the predicament. The ambystoma. Hermes saw it high up the tree. He climbed up to get it, but it jumped on him, and he slipped. Do you need a hand? No, I'm fine, if a little embarrassed. Now, for your own safety, please stand back. Ugh. Hermes, are you alright? Quite alright, yes. My apologies for making you worry, Meteion. Both you and, Do you not see Vasan, you are called? An intriguing name, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. As for you, little one, you must be more careful. You may be able to fly, but it doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh no! I'd forgotten all about its fellows! Truly? What a relief. I must thank Elmet Selk and Hythlodaeus when I return to them. But first, with the distractions out of the way. As Chief Overseer of Elpis, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you will enjoy your time here. Quest complete. Well, we mustn't keep the others waiting. Let us return to Anagnorisis. Yes. Whee. Oh, and the next closest 596 west. Hang on a moment. What is this? Is this a gem trader? Yep, gemstone trader. Of course. Pull up in style. Just like, yo, what up, Emmett? Hermes. Y'all want to ride? My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the ambystomas are safe and well. I will presently send them back to their space, if you would go on ahead to the main building. Upon entering, you will see a table and chairs, a meeting area. We may speak there. Very well. Take care not to let the creatures slip away again. Oim itself. Skirt. Skirt. Skirt, skirt, skirt. Skirt. Hello.
This appears to be the place.
Yep.
And here is where we part ways.
What?
We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
What if I said my origins was Azem? Which is technically
What?
not a lie.
Will I have to remove you by force?
There are reasons I cannot speak freely.
Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
I do not object to her attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps. But I believe she can be trusted. Meteion would not have taken to her so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
Of course.
So, it's finally happened then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down and named you as his preferred successor.
Yep.
In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure.
Indeed.
And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Fandaniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place. that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no. I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteion outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
But I have things to discuss. No. Ponder, warrant, cherish, welcome. Objective fulfilled. I'm sorry, Geonosia. I didn't mean, a walk. Perhaps we can go for a walk? I guess. Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am. How he made me. But don't worry. I'm fine now. So, why did you come here? You want to learn about Elpis and Hermes? Ooh, I teach you. I can teach you. We could take turns. I'll tell you something, then you tell me something. Sure, why not? Then it's settled. Where to start? Ah, yes. Let's talk to Memnon. He should be near the Aetheryte. I'm not good at explaining, but Memnon is. So I'll have him explain instead. Meteion is now accompanying you, yes. I know how that works. This is like the 15th time that we've done this. Ah, the Aetheryte. Anyone can use it to teleport anywhere. Well, maybe not anywhere. Not to the ground or other isles. For that, you need teleporters. Oh, and permission. And what have we here? Though you look like a person, your ether is quite thin. I assume you are familiar, like Meteon. Is there something you need?
This is Ginasia. Could you teach her about Elpis?
Ah, newly arrived familiar, is she? Very well. I should be glad to introduce our fair facility to her. As you know, it is mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist, testing which is conducted here in Elpis. Every candidate is subjected to rigorous study, in which we identify their properties, surmise what habitats might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects they may have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. The two of you, too, were created with the hope of making the star a better place, so heed your masters well and be good. Do you hear?
We will, Memnon. We will. Thanks for the lesson. You had a turn. Now I get a turn. Where did you come from?
From the Crystarium, I guess? From a place far, far away. Yes.
Then I probably don't know it. I don't know much about other places. But this place is important to you. I can feel it. Oh, my power. I haven't told you about it. A creation. Let's find a creation. One not being watched. Then I'll explain my power.
Uh-huh. Wait a minute. Oh. Alright, so that one's just the same one that we already did. There's another one over here. There. Euclides. Discuss the Spriggans.
Spriggans? What are Spriggans?
That's what I call those things.
Oh no. We call them Aureae. If there's many, if it's just one, we say Aureus. Though they're cute, they can be naughty. Sometimes they run off with concept crystals, and Hermes has to run after them.
I see. Motionless bird. It's an albatross.
Oh, this creation is perfect. But I don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new? Anyway, I'll try reading its mind. That's my power. I can't read it. Or maybe there's nothing to read? Wait, please, wait. I'll try again. With you this time. Greetings. Can you hear me? This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in return. I am not actually speaking to you in your mind. Rather, you are converting my emotions into words and intention, a process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. This ability is vital to my mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings, even should they communicate via unknown languages or other nonverbal means. As a consequence, I am clumsy at speaking. Yet though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings that they may wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. Aside from the fact that you share common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic. They draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect for your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Did you hear me? Good. And now it's my turn again. So, what are you good at? Like, it's a secret. I'm good at fighting. Yeah?
I'm decent at crafting and gathering.
Ooh, fighting! That must mean you're strong. Hermes is strong too, but he doesn't like to fight, even when creations fight him.
Hi, Albatross. Stare. Stare.
I think we might be bothering it. Let's keep going. We'll go and see Yunthe next. She's usually in a small building. One on the west row.
Uh-huh. This one, yes.
Well, well, if it isn't Meteion, I see you've brought a friend today. Greetings, Yunthe. An apple. Could you make me an apple? The kind Hermes likes, covered in syrup. I want to share it with Genasia. Oh, candied apple. Hermes is certainly partial to them. But you know you can't eat, Meteion. You weren't made to do so. But I like it too. It may seem that way, but it's due to your ability to share others' feelings. You've taken Hermes' likes for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for Hermes soon, I promise. I'm sorry, Genasia. I wanted to show you my favorite thing. Then I could ask about yours, but I failed.
I know what candied apples are.
Oh, that's what you like? Yes, yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness. And it makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing it with me, Genasia. Well, we've walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking to? Shall we go and see?
Yes. Let's go check in with them.
There you are. I can see the fresh air has done Meteion good. Genasia wanted to learn about you and Elpis, so I taught her. About this place, about my power, about your favorite food. I'm not sure if that last one will be of any use. But I do appreciate your keeping Meteion company. While you were away, I finished speaking with our guests.
Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work.
My apologies. It has been decided that Emmett Selk and Hyphlodeus will accompany me as I tend to my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too?
I'm compelled to remind you that she is in no way associated with the convocation. We simply chanced to meet at Propylaeon. There is no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private.
I do not mind. To see the joy her presence brings Meteion, I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors malicious intent. Genasi is kind. Really, truly. She taught me as much as I taught her. You're coming, of course, to watch Hermes? You're bound to learn lots and lots.
Okay. Quest complete. Have a look. Acquired level 86. Item level 539. Well, yes, I can use it. Manganese armor of the Behemoth King. Yeah? That looks pretty cool. Look at the spikes on the shoulders. Wild. Stats wise, it is slightly better, though it doesn't have tenacity, it has critical hit, but more determination. More defenses though.
If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward Ambistuna. Have care when you step outside a hub, for there may be more unruly creatures about.
Alright. What the crap is that? What have you done to this poor cat? Wait, he's got a crown and a cape. He looks like if you took Kate Sith and just stretched him and then enlarged his eyes. What have you done to my boy? Hello, Hermes. This here's a new species of Petaloda we recently set loose. It has been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without issue, we shall release it unto the world. Tell me, do you know the difference between living beings and arcane entities? It is the presence of a soul. Yet the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only in those beings whose forms adhere to the laws of creation. That can endure on their own. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, if it lacks a soul, then it is considered an arcane entity. So you see, it is not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and it is hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let us head to the nearby beacon. I've received a report that arcane entities have gathered there. Aha. Arcane entities gathering, huh? Ah, yes. Lightning Pneuma. Just as the report said. Although we call this structure a beacon due to its form, it's in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne, and maintains the climate thereupon. In the course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift towards a given element. Right now, that element is lightning, which draws the Pneuma here to replenish their ether. It appears Meteion is busy. Would you care to assist me in her stead and feed the Pneuma? Feed them. By using this lightning converger, you can harness ambient lightning and focus it into a ball. A veritable feast for our dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. Okay. Lightning converger. What? So I can only feed 2? Bro, what? Bro, what? No. That was a direct hit. What the crap is going on? To create ball lightning. Yeah. That is a direct hit on this guy. Bro. Bro, what do you want from me? I don't get it. Do I need to use it here? What? So stupid. Whoop. Okay. Right here, I guess. Ridiculous. Perfectly done, Geonosia. Look. See how they gather to feed, how they express themselves through their actions despite their lack of words. Speech is not the sole defining characteristic of a thinking, feeling creature, nor is silence an indication that they do not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane entity such as the Pneuma, or an ephemeral life form such as the Petaloda, all seek to perpetuate their existence, to survive. Is Raytheon a living being? A good question. I can answer it from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the Bureau of the Architect to pass judgment. Those with exceptional visions such as Hythlodaeus may be able to ascertain her true nature. But to me, it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that is all I need to know. Oh, you finished already? I'm sorry. I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. They miss nothing of note, and we still have plenty of work for them to observe. Next, we will head east to the Morning Dew. I need to speak with some observers there. Even further east, then. Ah, Kubu.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects.
Ampelos, huh?
So, how are we coming along?
Wah, 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 wah. It's the flower, the Elpis.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby.
Yeah.
Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Looks rather yellow at this point.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Yup.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it.
Dynamis. Akasha.
And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Antelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter, on account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Uh-huh.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river... Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Because it has to be.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an Enteleki. Like me.
Well, that's due to other
So,
things.
are we the same? Entelekis.
This is nothing but determination. If I'm thinking...
proper job.
That sounds more akin to the desperate flailings of a wild beast when facing imminent death.
A deficit of ether alone does not an Entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis.
Interesting.
And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it.
Tired
Oh
people.
dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fellow. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
Quest complete. Emmett Silk appears to be deep in thought. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it, even if we knew. But it irks me to discover that there is an entirely different form of energy, and no one told me. That personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive. Given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in the Celestial, he would be a welcome addition. Assuming he can be persuaded to join, that is. I still can't understand his hesitation. Why did you join? Oh, you wish to know why Emmett Selk was chosen for the convocation? I should be glad to share the tale. It began when... Not another word. Lest you've forgotten where to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern. My apologies for the wait. I have inspected the Amplelos to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature, and I dare say it won't be long ere it is released unto the world. Another creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well. The Charybdis. That is what we shall tend to next. If you would follow me, my friends, we shall return to the main isle and head north. Yes. North, huh? Boreas. Wow. Look at these guys. Sup, Hermes? I understand there is a problem with one of the Charybdis. Yes, that's right. As you know, the Charybdis is based on a sea creature. Owing to adjustments to enhance its affinity to wind, it is capable of flight. The specimens created from the concept could all fly without issue, but a problem arose in subsequent generations. This third generation creature was born with an etheric balance leaning strongly towards water, its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind is diminished, and it cannot fly. No matter what we try, we can't get it to rise even the slightest bit. For such change to manifest in so few generations,
I fear they are too unstable, flawed. With your permission, I will revert the creatures and recommend to the Bureau that the concept be revised. With its etheric balance leaning towards water, the Charybdis would indeed struggle to manipulate wind. Yet, it is too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. I shall transform and fly with it, helping it to manipulate wind until it finds its wings. What? You needn't go to such lengths. You don't know? But of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates a vast quantity of ether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any conceivable form, and thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh. Yet convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme. As uncouth and unseemly as running about robeless. Shameful. Am I to understand you make a habit of this? Nothing of the sort. It's just that when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance, and we owe it to them to do all in our power. Be that as it may. Yes, I believe I have a solution, Emet-Selch. May I trouble you to move that Charybdis away from its fellows, somewhere out of sight? Meanwhile, I'd like the rest of you to help me prepare here. What mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I would but spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. So have a little faith and run along. I trust you don't mind. Days. Emet-Selch is out of sight? Good. Let's speak of the plan. It's a stroke of genius, really. We have Emet-Selch train the Charybdis. Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see ether currents, and with his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he is indeed capable of all you described, it is not his duty. I am loath to trouble him with it. Don't be. As I mentioned, it would also be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. June, I want you to go to Emet-Selch. Tell him that you have a favor to ask. He will be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be discouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go, now, and good luck. I have a favor to ask. So I gotta go say I have a favor to ask. Is that so?
Uh-huh. Man, you went a long ways away. Shoo. Emmett Selk. Oh no, you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. I don't know what Hyplodeus is up to, and I will not be made to know. Made to know. I refuse. If Hyplodeus is to be believed, relentless insistence may serve to wear down the ever-wary Emmett Selk. Please, Emmett Selk. Please. Emmett Selk. Please, Emmett Selk.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so.
Should be quite willing.
And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emmett Selk. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emmett Selk. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
Oh boy. Well now.
I will aid it once it has taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Yes. Let us relax and enjoy the spectacle of Emmett Selk.
You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation.
Yeah.
Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend.
A Zen?
A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emet-Selch to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine. And together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Your pet?
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on.
Charybdis.
Why don't you go and signal to Emet-Selch? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
Uh-huh. This arduous task. Also, you said that Emet-Selch could fly, but clearly he can just create a thing that allows him to fly on its back. How do I... I guess just slash wave. His general direction. Emerging from his reverie, Emet-Selch notices you and begins to descend with the Charybdis. I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. And Genasi and I can relax and have a pleasant chat. Or could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. The creature needed some small assistance at first, but soon it was flying more or less on its own. I doubt you will need to repeat the lesson. That was truly impressive. I witnessed it all from afar. The Charybdis flies. Indeed. With this, we've proven that even a creature with skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we helped it to achieve this, the Charybdis is a herd animal. They may well aid their struggling kin in like fashion, if and when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I bid you continue observing them. If that is what you want. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility comes to pass, would it not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way we could guarantee that anomalies such as this specimen are never born in the first place?
These creatures are already here. We will spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. That's not how, Fandaniel felt in the present, where I'm from. Hermes. I'm fine. Don't worry. Well, that concludes all of my present tasks. Let us return to Anagnorisis for now. Anagnorisis. First, I'm gonna take a look. Ooh. Probably on that little island there. Also get this map. Side of this boulder? No? Is it up there? Really? Hate you. Hate you. I hate you. No! 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 How dare! How dare you place it out of my reach? What? You want to apologize for forcing me to help, do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely chose the most expeditious way to have done with an impediment to our business. Of course, yes. Ba, 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 ba. Yes. Kubira skin quizzes of the Behemoth King. Tell me, Genosia, in the course of watching me, have you learned aught of value? Hopeful Elder. Dynamis seems promising. Dynamis, you say? Curious that such an obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you. Chief Hermes, what good fortune to find you here. Is something the matter? The Lichhelm. I'm afraid it's done it again. No sooner did we release one for observation than it set upon the nearby occupites, slaughtering them. Was the creature hungry or somehow provoked? I just fed them myself, and the occupites were keeping a wide berth. It is the nature of the Lycaon that is to blame, their innate viciousness. Temperament aside, it is an outstanding creation, perfect in form and function. Though it may not be suited for release, I have no doubt that the Bureau will accept its concept for preservation. In any case, there's no point in postponing the inevitable. Doros will revert them all once the paperwork is in order. Where's the scene of the incident? On that island. Just off the path to the 12 Wonders. As you make your way, you should see it on the left.
I don't know if Doros is still there, however.
Hermes! Wait!
If this is part of his work, then I would observe. We follow.
Ba, 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 ba.
Off we go then. Oh. Hold on a second. You, Socles. Welcome, friend, to Anagnorisis. I am Socles, and I manage this region under the authority of Chief Hermes, the head overseer of Elpis. And you are... oh, how unusual. A soul-bearing familiar. A familiar must have a mission, and yet you offer no message and carry no cargo. Are you perhaps here for the purposes of observation? Yes, that must be it. In which case, you need only mention my name to Carmion, and she will gladly give you a tour of our domain. Sukatoli. Right. Carmion. But real quick, I'm going to take a quick break and get some more water. Be right back. and back. Let's get back to it. Come in.
Yes? Yes. What can I do for you?
I guess a tour.
Genossia, is it? And Overseer Soculus wishes me to act as your guide? Oh. Oh! No! I didn't mean it like that. I would be more than happy to show you around. I'm simply wondering why the Overseer chose to send you to me, of all people. I haven't been here long myself, truth be told. Until quite recently, I was wholly engaged in a prolonged research project at the Academia Anida. Surely there are other, more experienced individuals who could provide a more comprehensive... This grumbling is hardly constructive now, is it? The task was given to me, and I will accept to cover the most salient features of our facilities to the best of my abilities. After all, it is not every day that one is asked to indulge the curiosity of such a rare and fascinating visitor. We can commence the tour this very moment, if you like.
Sure.
Then let us begin. You know, rather than have me lecture you as we walk along, I think observing firsthand what we do here in Anagnorisis would prove more beneficial. I will point you in the right direction, and you can question my colleagues to your heart's content. Once we've completed a circuit, we can return and speak to Overseer Soculus.
Now she's accompanying me, yes. The fact that having someone follow you is part of main story quests, and yet the game still, every single time you have someone follow you, it'll pop up saying, so-and-so is following you. This is how following people, or people following you, works. And if you need to, you can always return to this. It's like, yes, I know. You've told me this like 20 times already. You don't need to keep telling me this every single time. Come in. Oh, and who's your friend?
A Zem's familiar? Why, you appear so astute and deliberate in your thinking. I should very much like to make an extended study of your composition and consciousness. Oh, do forgive my forwardness. It is my duty to chart the behavior of familiars, and I find it ever so diverting. Arcane servants are rarely permitted to roam the world at will, you see, but our research here is given special dispensation. Once the subjects are properly registered as concepts, of course. There are times when familiars are tasked with tending cattle or must otherwise coexist with other living beings. Such projects are brought to me, and I am responsible for observing and evaluating their potential compatibilities. Oh, but of course, if a Zem might grant us permission, then you could abide here for a few years while I analyze. And on that note, we really must be moving along. Step lively, Genossia.
Indeed. Please do not poke and prod me. Paramenos.
Who do we have here? A familiar of some kind? Judging by your ethereal structure.
Yes, I am accompanying Genossia here on a tour around Anagnorisis, at the behest of the Overseer.
A tour? Feel free to wander as you please, of course, but I advise keeping your distance from the larger creatures. The fauna that I have under observation occupy the top tier of the food chain, and do not take kindly to intruders in their territory, especially the specimens found on the other islands. They can be exceedingly hostile. While I am sure you are quite capable of defending yourself, no one appreciates a surprise tusk through the abdomen, eh?
Thank you for the warning. We will proceed with due caution.
Indeed. blast.
Hello, Kamian. Was there something? The Overseer asked that I give this familiar a tour of the grounds, and I thought the best way to do that was to show her what we do here firsthand. I see. Well, as my work is rather difficult to demonstrate, I hope a brief explanation will suffice. Our creations are many and varied, but I mainly preside over the plant life. When it comes to watching certain grasses grow, one must be prepared to observe over the course of several years, and in the case of trees, sometimes decades. Tedious, perhaps, yet necessary. Plants are capable of altering an entire habitat, and their presence as a food source has an enormous influence on the local wildlife. Was that the sort of thing you wished to know? Yes, that was perfect, thank you. I think we've covered the main areas of interest. All that's left now is to speak with the Overseer Socles.
Alright. And that will be enough to get me an ether current. Huzzah! Socles. I see you've completed your tour.
Almost. We spoke with those in charge of the various facets of Anagnorisis, but I thought it would be fitting to end this visit where it began, with you, Overseer Socles.
I see. And what is your impression of the work we do here? Requires equal levels of passion and patience. I am glad we could help further your worldly education.
And I'm glad to see you enjoyed the experience. At least, I hope you did.
You are truly a masterpiece of creation. Only a soul-bearing familiar could demonstrate such robust cognitive and cogitative faculties.
Were you perhaps designed to inspire others? I feel something special has been woven into your aura. You have an intriguing presence, to say the least. Please stay a while and share more of your thoughts with us.
Yes, I second this invitation. In all the long years I've resided here, never have I encountered such a unique entity, and one of Azem's no less.
Yep, definitely one of Azem's familiars.
For sure. Goodbye. Let us go. Philomethes Notus.
Woo! Hold up, you. No! No!
I was gonna show off the mount that I have that is basically you, but shinier. See? They are the same. Except that mine does not have a horn. Well, that's sad. Why doesn't mine have a horn? Where's my horn, Why is my mount not a unicorn? Oof.
The lacerations and burns are unmistakable. Lycaon was indeed responsible. But the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doros must have taken it away. The man makes his base at the 12 Wonders. I shall go and seek him out there. Emet-Selch and I will search the area for good measure, just to make sure the Lycaon did not escape. My thanks. Let us meet at the 12 Wonders when you are finished. I will go on ahead. Please follow with Genossia. Come! It's down this path and over the bridge. You say down this path, but there's no path here. I assume, well, actually there is a path up over here. At the crest of this hill. Very well. Getting close to another aetheryte that I can attune to. And an ether current to attune to. Attuning. Very good. How are we? Probably not very good. Yeah, I've got 3 exploration, 1 quest. 1 out of 5 quest ones, and 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 exploration. Woo! Woo! That's only 4 out of 15. There it is! The 12 Wonders. Hermes is looking for Doros. Let's look for Doros too. He's a man with long, blonde hair, I think. I'll know him when I see him. Yes, I know how accompanying works. Stop telling me over and over. Every single time. You could just say Meteion is now accompanying you, and that's all you have to say. If you're with Meteion, then I assume you're on an errand for Hermes? What can I do for you? Sorry, wrong person. We're looking for Doros. Oh, I see. We do have similar hair, so people often mistake us from afar. I hope you find him soon. Whoops. Once I get back and record today's results, I should finally be able to put that report to bed. Not Doros! His hair is long, but the color's wrong. I know. Thought maybe he could lead me to Doros. Why is the aetheryte name and, like, you know, thing that you can focus on way up there? It should be down here at eye level. Otherwise it's difficult to, like, interact with. Because you gotta look way up. Doros! That's Doros! Well now, if it isn't Meteion, what brings you here? I thought I heard familiar voices. I didn't realize you two had decided to help me search for Doros. Thank you. You're in charge of the Lycones, I believe? Where are they now?
Out in the field in restraints. Frenzied as they were, I couldn't well return them to Catissus. Once I've submitted my report, I'll see them reverted without delay.
It's as he says, the beasts are indeed quite ferocious.
You're one of the 14. What brings you here?
Nothing you need concern yourself with, as you were. We've heard the news that a Lycaon slaughtered Ocypites? As the observer in charge, you are of the opinion that they are not fit to be released?
Aye, I am. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength makes for a highly problematic combination. It matters not where they are released. Lycaons would threaten other species and upset the natural order.
Could it be that the species observed are an outlier?
Highly unlikely. We've created a good many of them, all exhibited the same tendencies. Even when we used Kairos to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. Kairos? A memory reconfiguration system. The Chief himself created it. It allows us to erase or alter memories, that we may observe creations in different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. Quite impressive, and potentially dangerous, depending on the intensity of the etheric emissions. Pashtarot may wish to have words with you.
Rest assured, I've kept all values within prescribed limits, and to prevent misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate a subject's memories is an intrusive act I deeply abhor, but it is still preferable to execution.
Come now, Chief. Let's not be so melodramatic. What was born of ether is simply being reduced to its original state. I know the distinctions concern you, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. If a creation cannot be properly studied, even with the aid of Kairos, we remake it. If a creation is deemed a detrimental existence, we unmake it. 'Tis all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine processes.
I understand these things, I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat unto the world. Yet insignificant though their individual lives may be next to all creation, it is all the Lycaons have. Before we seal their fates, we owe it to these beings to entrust all options, to ensure that nothing has been overlooked, but to exhaust all options.
If you insist, let me provide you with a full report, and we may take it from there.
Would it be possible for us to attend a discussion that Emmett Selk may better carry out his duties? By all means. Pray, show them to the meeting room.
Stare. Stare. Is it babysitting time again?
To man, other beings are just things to be used and controlled like magic. That's what Hermes told me once.
It is indeed quite sad. And absolutely ridiculous.
I fear this discussion may take a while, during which time...
Babysitting time.
Meteion, are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes. It's you. I won't go to the meeting. I'll stay with Genasia. Loath though I am to impose, may I leave Meteion in your care again?
I guess.
I'm in your debt, if you'll excuse me. Can you help me with something, Genasia? The meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most of all the creations in Elpis. Most creations are expected to be interesting, or beautiful, or strong, better in some way. but flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions, what we feel and want to convey. Hermes likes that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one. And I want you to search with me. Let's start here. At the 12 Wonders.
Now come from here. Yes. Tree in bloom.
Interacting.
Vibrant purple flowers bigger than your hands adorn the tree.
Ooh, so big and bright. I love them. But they might be too bright. You have to think of the recipient. That's what Hermes said.
Slender. You call that a slender tree? Dude, that's like at least twice the width of my body. If not 3 times. A tall, slender tree rises before you. You crane your neck to look for flowers.
No flowers. If there were apples, we could have covered them in syrup. Let's head outside next. Don't worry. We won't wander far.
Yeah. Flower bed. There are many flowers here. An array of beautiful flowers grow in the bed, their mix of colors forming a pattern.
These would be better for Hermes, but they're hedged in. That means we shouldn't touch them. They're either under observation or poisonous. Any other place should be fine, though. Let's keep looking.
What about one of these? It's just like right out here. These little wildflowers. Not this one. Not this one. Nope. Nope. Set in a tall, thin stalk, the oddly shaped flower is mesmerizing in its undulations.
Oh! A Cunian a flower that can move. When Hermes wasn't looking, it shot seeds at him. Not a good gift. Maybe. But you're good, Genasia, at spotting flowers. We'll find something soon.
I'm sure. Better read this one right over here. Okay, where is it? There. Junction. You spy nothing promising nearby. At best, common-looking grasses with some few tiny flowers.
Nothing around here. Ah! Over there! Genasia! Something big! Huge!
No, not the Morble. No. A terrible stench reminiscent of sodden old boots pervades the air. Without a doubt, the culprit is the Morble-like creature before you.
It's an Adonis! The things around its mouth look like petals, but the flowers are the orbs on its head. When Hermes inspected it, it swallowed him up. He didn't leave his room for days. What do you think, Genasia? Would he like it?
No. It's probably not the good sort of memory.
So not this one either. Finding good flower is harder than I thought. I'm sorry, Genasia, but could we search a little more? Maybe as far as the fields over there? I'll pick something after that, I promise.
You better. You better. There's only 2 kinds of flowers in these fields, and they're found all over. We've seen them before. Actually, there's 1 kind of flower in those bushes. Lush green fields stretch out before you, ending where the sky begins.
Aw, there's nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
The shiny thing over there? What could it be?
How did you see that?
Ooh, Elpis flowers. They're here too. Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, they're entelekis. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. That's only for Hermes, though. For others, they're always white and bright. Truly? The flower was dark in your home? Then, do you have it too? A dark emotion?
I dare say I have a few. I've known pain and sorrow of loss.
I see. Hermes has known the same. The feeling that part of you is gone. Again and again. But no one notices. Please, Genasia, won't you lend it to me? Your pain and sorrow? I want you to make the flower dark in front of Hermes. He has been in a dark place since before he created me. He needs to know that he isn't there alone, and others are sad too.
Leave it to me.
Truly? You'll do it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Genasia. Thank you. It means more to me than I can say. I can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go back and fetch him.
Or I could pick a... Fuck. No? Not allowed to pick one? Very well. Oop. There also appears to be another ether current quest. By the way, the northwest. Actually, there might... Okay, so that should be on this island. Good to know. Hippotho.
My, what a familiar essence you have. Like that of a familiar. If you're familiar with the concept.
Alright, Hippotho.
Oh, just my little joke. Genasia, was it? I'm Hippotho. Meow, meow. Yes, we're getting to that. Genasia, say hello to our familiar friend here. She's an Ailaurus. The Ailuroi are one of our newest creations. Highly attuned to abnormalities in their environment. At the first sign of danger, they'll sound the alarm, by which I mean mew loudly. Though we do our best to observe all of our creations, Elpis is simply too large to maintain a constant vigil over each and every temperamental species. A more efficient means of detecting conflict between creatures was in order. Thus have I taken this Ailaros under my wing, to further develop her capabilities in this area. And she does enjoy our little walks. This morning, we are testing her ability to pinpoint sites of conflict. Would you like to observe? Simply tell her that her task has begun, and she'll do her utmost to locate disruptive creatures. Please do subdue any unruly subjects once you've found them. We can't have beasts running amok. Right. Mew mew. Oh wait, fall behind. Wait, huh? Hold up. Okay. Here we go, I guess. So far, so good. Man. So close, but I cannot. No! Not right now. I'm busy. Why would you make the path go straight through combat with that creature? The Ailaros alerts you to 2 nearby creatures. Yes, I see them. Ah. Can't even see the health bar of the tree. Oh, there it is. Why is the health bar way up there? There we go. Whew. Subdued. Meep. Meep. Oh, good. Well, we're out here then. $93. There it is. Ether current. Look at that level 90 shock ball. $300 northeast, yeah. Hipotho. Worked well. She seems quite content, but in the name of science, what were the results? Pretty good. As I expected. Well done, little one. Magnificent creatures, the both of you. It's a shame we cannot give you a pair of tiny wings and a bell, too. But it's against protocol, I'm afraid. The Ailaroi are enchanted with theirs at birth, so they are able to acclimate properly. I'm certain you have your own unique potential to rise to, however. In fact, why not join us for another phase of testing? I think not. Nope. Goodbye. Good day. Metion. It seems they're still talking. Let's wait until they've finished. Wow, we waited a long time. Suddenly it's nighttime.
Hermes!
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteon company. Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show show you something first.
So we're gonna run all the way back out here instead of just picking the flower and bringing it with us.
Elpis flowers?
Go on.
Go on.
Pain, sorrow, death of friends. Their loved ones.
You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteion has shared much with you.
Though a lot of my pain and sorrow is due to you in the future.
May we talk a moment?
Sure. Fireflies. Hedgehog! Hedgehog ran away.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place.
Of course.
And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will. And when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man.
Yeah.
Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain. They sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear. And it is not beautiful.
Yeah.
Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures.
I feel like instead of just making creations and then deciding whether or not they are of benefit to the star, you should look at the star and figure out if anything is needed. If something is needed, design something to fit that need, and then bring it to the star once it is complete and deemed wholly good. You shouldn't just be creating things willy-nilly and going, nah, we don't need that, actually, kill it. You know?
Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance.
I see.
Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis, or if you only did it at Meteion's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
A lot of it. Oh, I could tell you all about suffering. Let's have no more brooding, eh?
Indeed. Difficult though it may be, I must endeavor to be strong like you. The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are?
Big balls of flaming gas?
Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life.
Some, sure.
So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of Dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteion and her sisters.
Her sisters? But also, hearing this, I am reminded that I'm pretty sure dragons, at least the original dragons, came to this star from other worlds. Like, they flew through space to get here. And I have to wonder if they are beings of Dynamis or of Ether.
Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them. And they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it.
Don't tell me her sisters are the dragons that I'm
But
thinking
I
of.
have faith that we will make
Wait a
some
minute.
manner of discovery ere long.
Because those dragons, they have fairly feathery wings.
And when we do,
Much like
I
those
should
on
be
her
glad
head.
to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late.
Hold on a minute.
We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteion. Let us head back.
Hold on a minute.
All right.
Yeah, those wings on her head look an awful lot like the wings on our dragon friends. Like Midgardsormr and his brood. What? What was that? What was that? Hmm. Okay, so not like you. But like, what was his name? Ditra, I think it was. Or, no, Vritra. Vritra has feathery wings, as I recall. An all too brief interlude, perhaps, but it is time to attend to my next task. As Emet-Selch and Hythlodaeus are aware, we've reached a verdict regarding the fate of the Lycaons. 7 were created for observation, and all 7 must be unmade. Doros has followed the correct protocols, and as Chief Overseer, I can find no fault in his judgment.
The Lycaons would disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild, and they cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. I intend to petition the Bureau of the Architect to have the concept preserved as a restricted purpose hazardous life form. Ithrodeus has pledged to support me in this endeavor. Yet whatever the Bureau decides, the existing Lycaons have served their purpose. Doros has already isolated the creatures and is preparing to carry out the necessary measures. I will join him forthwith. It is my duty to witness the conclusion to this study.
If you are resolved, then we have but to accompany you.
Of course. Let us be off then. We return to the main aisle.
Indeed.
Yeah, I really have to wonder if those sisters he mentioned are the original dragons who were sent out amongst the stars. And maybe those dragons had children, and then those dragons had children, and then those children are the ones that came back to our star in the future. Maybe. Who knows? Perhaps the very original ones did set out and return to the Sundered Star.
Doros, are you hurt? What happened here?
They caught me off guard. I had them bound with ethereal shackles, but they became frenzied, even more so than usual, and broke free. I was able to stop 4, the other 3 escaped.
I see them. 2 have taken to the air above the 12 Wonders.
The last is up ahead, lurking in the fields.
You and Genosia handle that one. The pair in the sky you can leave to me.
If this is how it must end, then so be it. I will render assistance to Emet-Selch, unneeded though it is. Meteion, you ought to stay here with Doros. But Hermes! The Lycaons must be reverted. I would spare you their pain and mine. This is my burden, not yours. But if you are intent on helping, then please follow my lead.
Yeah, fighting is what I do. So fighting is what I shall do. Look at him.
I appreciate your help, and lament that it is necessary. Here it is, our quarry, within striking distance at present, but if it feels threatened, it may well flee beyond our reach. Here's my plan. You will approach slowly, in full view, and draw the Lycaon's attention. Now, I warn you, its abilities are as fiery as its temperament. Once it spots you, it will unleash orbs of flame. But fear not. By my measure, you are more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaught for a few brief moments, and that will give me time to catch it unawares. Ready? Then let us begin.
This is what I do. I'm a tank.
Oh boy.
Even more.
And they're dead. And Hermes? Oh. Destination right there. I see.
Now.
That's an interesting stab. Looks a lot like the symbol for, like,
Forgive me.
doctors and hospitals.
Please, forgive me.
May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten, in concept endure, to reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy, but leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high, fly free.
Man, Fandaniel, you used to be a good person.
Join the convocation, Hermes.
Join the convocation.
You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction?
do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts, I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
Yeah.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
The other Lycaons have been taken care of. The incident is resolved, and life in Elpis continues as normal. Or ends, as the case may be. Rationally speaking, I understand Hermes' argument. No matter how well deserved the rest, there is a pang of sadness when a colleague leaves us. Yet never has a departure caused me such grief as Hermes appears to feel. What must it be like to experience such torment? Travelers at the Crossroads is next. We shall do that next time on Final Fantasy XIV. Ooh, boy. Got ourselves some boots and some gloves and pants and chest piece. Ooh, those boots look nice. I do wonder how they would look in yellow. I actually quite like that. You'll like. Oh. Oh, right, I did do that. Yeah. Yeah. Give that preview. I'd like to look at others. Okay, that's like bright yellow. Honey yellow is a bit more golden. If I compare those to these, I think I prefer these to those. I could even go for this more subdued, like, honey yellow to kind of match the gold on the rest of my outfit. So it's not so bright yellow in your face. You know, is this? Yeah, honey yellow or desert yellow, I think.
think that might be my new outfit. Look. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. There's these. Which also might... I don't know. My current gloves I do like a lot. And if I were to die preview these... Not that. Try and see if I can find any that at least come close to matching that. I think that might be the closest. But I like that the border of each of these plates is still like gray, whereas this, it just looks, I don't know, it's too flat. Doesn't look very realistic. The fact that each plate is all one color. Yeah, I think I'll stick with these then. Unless I wanted to just leave them like this. No dye. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But anyways, here we are in the past. Technically, Norvrent-ish. The world unsundered in Elpis. Ether currents. Still got many more to go. We're almost halfway with the exploration ether currents. And we're effectively halfway with the quest ether currents. Since there's 5 and you can't really get half of an ether current, so roughly halfway with those. Yeah. Can't wait to continue our exploration of the past. But also, every time they're all like, look at Fandaniel. He's a sad boy who cares about all life. And I'm like, yeah, and in the present, my present, he's dead. I can't even, like, bring this up to him and try to make him be a better person. He's already dead. I want him to be able to walk up to him and be all like, hello, Hermes. And see his face when he goes like, wait, what, huh? How do you know this? I don't get that. Because he's just already dead. And Emmett Selk over here is also already dead. And Hythlodaeus who's dead. Just all these people who are already dead. But I do wonder if I'm right about dragons. Were they made by Hermes and sent out into the stars, and then they eventually made their way to us? Or perhaps their descendants made their way to us? In the source? Only time will tell. But at any rate, Monday should be more Final Fantasy VII. Wednesday, Dragon's Dogma 2, maybe? No stream on Thursday. And there will be more Final Fantasy XIV next week. Right, wait. Hold up. I think. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to check on something, but I think we should be good for next week. However, no stream after this, like I normally, or like I have been doing, because I'm going out to eat, just as a celebration for my birthday. Since my birthday was, in the middle of the week and work and all that, means that for a family celebration, I had to wait till today. Yeah, should be a good time. At any rate, be kind to yourself. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next mission. Bye-bye.